put it over everything, money over everything. Only way that I can show my family everything okay.
Yo, what's good? So we're back with an update. So as y'all know, I was looking at gold. I still have my buy limit there because I still kind of want to see this pull back. Market just opened, it's 9:37. But I do still want to see this go my direction. If we're looking at DXY, as you can see, it is bearish. Even on the higher time frames, right? If you look here, we're giving a nice push down. I am pretty confident that the dollar will still keep dropping. So what really we want to see with the USD is to see it kind of pull back towards the upside, and that's just in order to give gold that nice pullback to the downside to get us in for our entry. That's just higher time frame though, so it might take a minute for this buy limit to actually take effect. In the meantime though, I did mark up GBP USD. And if you guys can kind of, if you guys don't know how I trade yet, then you guys should definitely go check out the rest of the videos on my channel, because I break it down on there for y'all. But as you can see here, we already did break outside of that consolidation. Once this candle closes, it'll be a lot more confirmation for me to actually be confident in the setup completely. But the good thing about this though is I'm bullish on gold, which is great for my GBP USD setup because it's showing me that GBP USD is also bullish. Which in that case, you gotta remember these pairs that move, that like correlate together, they always be delayed, right? So if we're seeing GU move up, we're gonna eventually see gold move up too. And gold's moving up, but I wanna see a pull back, right? So like I said, I'm confident in this GU buy, but I still wanna see it pull back. Right, so it's gonna be the same thing as gold. We're gonna see them both pull back together. They might just be at different times. Right now, I'm still not in a trade. Only that buy limit set. GU, if this candle closes like this, then I'm gonna be waiting for a pullback right into this area, which isn't bad. It'll probably pull back pretty quickly into this level. And my entry will probably be right at the midline. Right at the midpoint, my bad. So we closed beautifully outside of that zone, which I really, really like. So I'm gonna wait for it to pull back into this midpoint. My stop loss will be about right here. We'll go with a 5 pip stop loss on this trade. And I'm probably gonna try and target some highs. I do like the Forex pairs for like a longer hold. So see, as you can see here, we do have this level here that liquidity hasn't came and swept out yet. So I do want to see that get swept. That's off the 30-minute. So we'll put our TP there, right to the midpoint of that supply level. So that'll give us a 1 to 9. Cool 50 pip move. So yeah, I'll update y'all whenever I get in. If this does pull back, I'm actually gonna, I'm using my phone to record, so I'm gonna stop recording and set the buy limit for this also. Yo, what's good? So we're back with an update right now. So I did have a buy limit set down here in this 49.84 area to get into the buys because I really like the demand zone there. But as you can see, when we initially broke down to that area, we missed the buy limit by like 3 pips, which is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And then you can see that we formed a new area of support, which we're currently rejecting off of. Now, the buy limit, I sent the signal into my Discord, and it hasn't been activated yet. I am still holding my buy limit, but I did take a couple of aggressive buy entries here in this area. They're aggressive just because of where I got in, right? It wasn't my initial entry level. It was just more based off of reaction towards forming this new support level. But I do still like the buy limit. So what I did was with my entries here, I lowered my risk to keep the same stop loss because like I said, I do want to see this buy limit still get tapped in. Now, why am I so confident in it? Because if you look at the 15-minute, there's a pretty well-known formation that's being formed here, right? And it's called an inverted head and shoulders. So for an inverted head and shoulders or just a regular head and shoulders, it's basically a formation showing signs of a reversal, right? Potential reversal area. Now the inverted is when you are going from selling to buys, right? So this would be the inverted here. And then for a regular head and shoulders, it would be the same thing, just the opposite way, right? So the head would be up here rather than the way it is here. So if you look, oh, I think we got tapped in. I'm recording off of my phone, so I can't really look because I'm recording right now. But I think that might have tapped us into our level for our buy limit, which I really hope it did. GU, I had a buy limit set here, but I actually canceled that. I called it buy limit. I sent the buy limit out in the Discord, and once we started breaking up this, we rejected here and kept moving bullish. I went ahead and just canceled that. Mainly it was because I also took the level here, my buy entries here in gold. But I think this got us in. I'm gonna check right now. If it didn't, I'm not gonna be mad, but I am gonna be like, what the fuck? But yeah, we're currently in this trade, and yeah, this is how I trade, right? It's very simple. You guys saw exactly what happened. I tried to keep it simple and short for you guys. You guys know I break and retest. So where was the break? Well, I told you guys in one of my videos that there's 3 types of consolidation. And if you want to know more, just go check out the consolidation video on my channel. We had the breakout, and then we had the retest, which was next. And as you can see, if it did tap us in on the buy limit, hopefully it did. We're up in profits now. But yeah, I mean, it's good day trading. Whether we end up hitting stop loss or not, I mean, I'm not really worried because it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's a part of the game. And we followed our rules. We were disciplined. Took a couple aggressive entries, but just to stay safe, I lowered the risk so that it didn't affect me too much. And yeah, man, I mean, trading New York is simple. Any session is simple. The strategies are always simple. It's more about your psychology. And I feel like that's where a lot of beginner traders fail, is because they aren't used to having to control those emotions they have. And that's just me speaking on terms of greed and, wanting to take a trade before it gets to where they're expecting it to be, or, and I did that today, but it was based more off of experience, right? Because I liked the area it was rejecting off of when it created the new support. So I'd like the entry there for the buys. But yeah, man, if you guys want to learn, actually learn in very good detail of how I trade, my strategy, and just join a great community that, not only are we in there focused on trading, but, we have my friend French, really good guy. He, not only does he trade Forex, but he's actually one of our mentors for Forex. And, he's a really good guy for mindset, helping people kind of change their mentality on how they view things and how they view trading, and just being disciplined and just giving them good plans and videos to watch. And then Brian is our futures mentor, who is a really good futures trader and really big on fitness, so he kind of runs a small fitness program in the chat. You guys just need to tap in, man, and, join the community. I have a free community too. If you guys want to join that, it's in my bio. And I'll probably drop it down in the comments below. But yeah, man, if y'all want to see some more videos on specific things that you're having a hard time with, drop it down in the comments, and I'll make it happen for y'all. Peace.